Hi everyone! Today we're going to be doing another baking episode. We're going to be making some bars that my father-in-law would like. They are kind of like a magic bar, but they have a little bit of a twist to them. So let's go over everything that we're going to need for these bars. We have our 9x13 pan, some sweetened coconut flakes, semi-sweet chocolate chips, walnuts, some sweetened dried cranberries, sweetened condensed milk, some graham crackers, aluminum foil, salted butter, some bowls, a rolling pin, a couple of measuring cups, a fork, a small spatula, and a baggie. And also we have a 350-degree preheated oven. So let's get into the recipe. All right, everyone. So what we have here is 1½ cups of crushed graham crackers mixed with 1/4 cup of butter that I've melted. So I'm going to mix that all together. Then what we have is 1½ cups of chocolate chips, 1½ cups of the sweetened coconut flakes, 1/2 cup of the walnuts. So what I did is I just took them and broke them up with my fingers to make pieces, and then 1/2 cup of dried cranberries. We also have the 14-ounce can of the sweetened condensed milk that I've already opened. And for my pan, I have taken the aluminum foil and I have lined it, and then on the edges there is some overlay that I've crumpled up so I can lift the bars out when they are cooled and ready to be cut. So let's mix up the crumbs and get them pressed into our pan. So I like to just do these with the rolling pin and the bag, which is why I stated that you needed to have the rolling pin and the plastic baggie. And then I just break them up as best as I can. So 1½ cups of graham crackers is equal to about 10 to 11 squares, or actually rectangles, of the graham cracker. So once you get this all nice and mixed, it'll start to stick together just a little bit. You can see that consistency. So then I will take it and pour it into my 9x13. Just like this. Always make sure before you do this that you wash your hands. So you just spread it out. It's barely going to cover the bottom. It's very thin. So then what I will normally do is take my bowl and I will press it all down, at least to get the centers nice and firm. So after I get it all poured in, I'll take a small measuring cup and I'll just press the rest of it down. I apologize for the noise. I have a 3-year-old who is playing right above me in her room. Okay. So you just want to make sure you get it nice and pressed so that it kind of grabs together. It's not going to be firm until you bake it and have all the ingredients on top. So there's that much. Okay, so the next step is to take the chocolate chips and pour them over the top. Another thing that you can do is take baking chocolate and you just chop that up. You chop 8 ounces of it, so 8 little squares of baking chocolate into pieces. I prefer to just use the semi-sweet chips. It is essentially the exact same thing. So then you take your coconut, throw some down like this. I like to layer. So then I take my cranberry and I just sprinkle it all over the top like this. Of course, making a mess per usual. Then the walnut pieces, sprinkle those all over the top as well. Then the rest of the coconut, like so. And then you take your sweetened condensed milk and you pour this all over the top of it. It's a very, very, very simple recipe. It's not the healthiest, but my father-in-law, he needs some desserts in him. He's a very, very skinny man. So, and he works very hard. I don't mind giving him all these calories because he burns it off so fast on the farm and going to work, working in the garden. It is just crazy. And I am one of those, I like to get every little bit that I can. I know you see on some baking shows where they just decide, oh, hey, I'm just gonna pour a little bit in there, or I'm not gonna scrape out the pots or anything that they're using. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. So that is all that you have to do. And then you will put it into the oven and you bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. So I will pull it out and I will show it to you guys when it is cooled and ready to be cut. All right, everyone, here are the cooked bars. They look absolutely delicious. I'm not going to actually take them out of the pan. I will just take a spatula and I will cut them up in the pan and leave them because I will just shift the whole thing over to him. So let me get my spatula and show you how I will just cut them up into little bars. Okay, so what I have here is a metal spatula, and I will just take it and cut through the bars like so, just taking it across and making the little bars. So it's really quick and easy, doesn't take too much time. They're not completely cooled, however, I wanted to get them just done. They're not all even, but that is okay. So it says on the recipe that it's supposed to make 32 bars. I cut it into, I think, about 24. Now, that is probably a normal amount. We like desserts, so we don't usually cut them into teeny little bars. 32 is quite small. So here is the finished project, and like I said, I'm just going to leave them in the pan and he can pull them out as he would like to grab them to take them to work with him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this baking video and look forward to more to come. I do have a couple desserts in mind that I am excited about. So I hope y'all have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!